Welcome back. This is part 42, I think. I'm pretty sure. This series has been a lot longer than I expected, but we're getting there. We're on our final run through now. This, to be honest, I do not expect to take too long. So, you know, a few more episodes or something, and we'll be done. So, we're on our final. Well, we shouldn't be back in this room again, really. So, this time I have to choose door 4. Last time we went down door 5 and we got the really long ending. So this time we gotta go through door 4. So I'm gonna do the same as what I did before, where I'll just catch up with you every time that I make a decision that affects it, or you know, go through a door. I'll just keep checking in, and anything new, obviously I will try and make sure that I'm recording it. So let's go. We're going on the final ending now. Well, I mean, that's the plan. Let's see what actually happens. So door 4.
What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
This is the second thing that you have to do to get the final ending, so you have to accept the bookmark. So I did do that the first time actually, but obviously I made wrong decisions after, so I'm gonna accept this.
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
You know what I hate most in the world?
There we go. I'm gonna take it. I think I've just done the second choice without even realizing, so I'll just edit it in for you. You had to choose the option where it does seem odd or something like that, which I did thankfully choose, so I'll edit that together afterwards. Right, the second choice, we gotta choose door 7 this time. I think this is the same as what we chose the first time. I can't remember now. Maybe it's what we chose the second time. Either way, there was a conversation with 7 and I chose the wrong answer, and if you remember, he got mad and just kind of stopped talking. We gotta choose the other option and then see whatever he says. I don't know what he's gonna say, but that's different, so let's do that. So door 7. Right, here we go. So this is where I press know something about it, but really you have to say know about Ice 9 and it should jog his memory. So
Do you know about Ice 9?
Ice 9? Ice 9. Ice 9. Ice. That's it. I remember now. That woman, she's on this boat.
what woman?
That woman?
Alice!
Who's Alice?
Come on, the woman who won't melt at room temperature.
Huh?
You know how the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912, right?
Yeah, more than 1,500 people died. Worst maritime accident in history. What about it?
Did you hear about the boat that was sent to collect the dead bodies?
I think that was the RMS Carpathia, right? It was a cruise liner, just like the Titanic.
No, that was the ship that picked up the survivors. The ship that collected the dead bodies was the CS McKay Bennett. The McKay Bennett showed up on April 17th, 2 days after the accident. It set out from Halifax, a port in Canada, and recovered 306 bodies. The Atlantic that far north was really cold. It would have to be for there to be icebergs and stuff. Anyway, the bodies they pulled out of the water were frozen solid.
This isn't a very nice story. So, what happened next?
Well, they say the McKay Bennett recovered something more than just dead bodies. There were various bits of stuff floating around in the water. Things the drowned had carried with them, or stuff that dislodged as the ship sank. One of the things they found was a coffin.
A coffin?
Yeah, a wooden one. The craftsman who made it must have been pretty skilled. It wasn't just a wooden coffin. It was all wood, no nails, no reinforcements, no gaps in the wood anywhere. The thing was airtight. The crew got pretty curious about what might be inside it and opened it up. They had to get a wedge and hammer it open. It was so well made. Inside, they found a woman. Or, I guess you should say, they found the dead body of a woman. Her hair was thick and black, and her skin rich brown with no blemishes or signs of decomposition. They say that she looked gorgeous, like a goddess. She was obviously dead, but everyone who looked at her said she just looked like she was sleeping. Her skin was so lifelike, she looked like she might wake up any minute. And she didn't, though. Like the rest of the bodies they found, she was frozen solid. Eventually, the McKay Bennett finished searching and returned to Halifax.
This is the, like, mummy that June was talking about, and she was saying that's what she thinks caused the Titanic to sink, because it was a curse.
The 306 bodies were unloaded and taken ashore. However, it was warm enough that they began to thaw. They say that the stink was horrible. But there was one body that didn't thaw. And that was...
The girl in the coffin.
That's right. Everybody thought for sure that she'd melt and start to rot like the rest of them eventually. But weeks passed and nothing happened. And a month passed, and another. And it was summer, and she was still frozen solid. After a while, people started to say she was some sort of miracle. Rumors about her started to spread. People came to visit Halifax from all over. After a while, people started to call her All Ice.
Oh, Alice.
Alice.
Where did we see that before? We saw that somewhere.
Of course, those rumors didn't last long.
Why?
Well, she up and disappeared. One day Alice was there, the next day she wasn't. They say someone snuck into where they were keeping her and stole the body. With the body gone, the rumors followed pretty quickly. And after a while, no one remembered her. You might be able to find something about her if you could find a newspaper from back then, but that's about it.
Wait, you just said that she was on this boat.
Yeah, I did. Alice has got to be somewhere on this ship.
Now why the hell would you say something like that?
Because I know.
And just what is it you know?
What happened to Alice after she was stolen?
All right, tell me. What happened to Alice?
Well, around that time, the word was that there was a special black market in New York. All millionaires from all over the world. I've heard that Alice went up for auction there. The person who won the auction was Lord Dashiell Gordain. You've heard that name before, right?
No?
Lord Gordain. Oh, isn't he the guy who bought the Gigantic? The Titanic's sister ship?
Right.
Yeah, that's him. Although I guess he hadn't done that yet.
What do you mean?
Gordain bought Alice in 1912. And 4 years later, in 1916, he bought the Gigantic. And he hid Alice somewhere on the Gigantic. But nobody knows where. He died in 1931. And apparently he died without ever telling anyone where Alice was hidden. However,
what?
Well, he did have one close friend who asked him, "Where is Alice?" And he said, "Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic."
A small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic. I have no idea.
What the hell is that? Is it some kind of riddle?
Your guess is as good as mine. So that's it. Whatever you think, I believe it. She's hidden somewhere on the Gigantic. In other words, she's hidden somewhere on this ship.
Hey! What are you two doing over there? Stop wasting time and get over here!
Okay, we're coming.
Jeez!
Yeah, so anyway, that's the story. It might be useful someday. Don't forget it.
Hmm. Well, I'm guessing it will be useful.
Alice. Huh.
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. They say that she was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
Then was that Egyptian priestess Alice? Did the water in her body become Ice 9? No, that's nuts. There's no way somebody like that could exist.
I mean, I wonder how this is relevant to everything else. It's got to all come together, I guess. So weird. Oh, here is the final choice that we needed to do. We have to make sure that we give Clover the bookmark. So that's what we're gonna do. We did do this last time as well, but we also hadn't heard Seven's conversation, so... Right, final door choice. We gotta go through door 1. I think door 2 would take us to that, you know, that little one section that we've missed out, so... And then that would take us to the submarine ending. Door 1 is the way we need to go. From here, I shouldn't be able to mess it up, because I've done everything on the list that I was supposed to do. So every time something new happens, I'll let it roll.
Oh, pocket watch.
That's a lie. I wanted to get rid of Ace. I sent him to the wheelhouse at the beginning for a reason. I wanted to talk to Clover alone. There's something I want to ask her. And I don't want anyone to overhear us. I'm pretty sure Clover won't talk if there's anyone else around. I'm a little desperate to send him back. Quick, he has to leave.
This is new.
Oh, I see, of course. I apologize for the intrusion. Well, best of luck.
What was that about? Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, no, it's not like that.
What's it like then?
I just wanted to hear the rest of that story. I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until now.
What story?
About the experiment, remember? The one you started to tell me in the operating room? You said something about an experiment that happened here 9 years ago.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm just not in the mood, okay? You understand, right? I keep thinking about my brother. I can't stop. I mean, who would do something like that to my brother? I can't forgive them. I'm not gonna let them get away with it. They're gonna pay for it. I promise. So, Junpei, who do you think did it?
Oh, don't ask me that.
Well, if what Seven said was right, then there would have to be at least 2 of them. You need at least 3 people to open the numbered doors, and if you subtract Snake, that means there were at least 2 other people.
You're right. So, what does that mean?
Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it out.
No, don't figure it out. She got it wrong last time. We're supposed to be trying to make her less psycho.
Who could have opened door 3 with Snake? Well, really, who and who, or who and who?
You mean it could have been 4 people?
Well, technically, it's possible.
I don't know. That doesn't seem very likely.
Why?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, tell me now. I'm intrigued.
Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now?
Okay, got it. Let's do that then.
Then who do you think it could be?
Oh man, this is gonna take me a while. Right. I mean, she came to the conclusion of Santa and 7, so... See, I don't even remember what Santa is. I think it's 3 and 7. That makes 10 plus 2. So that does equal 3, yeah. Let's just go through some others. Ace and Santa, that's 4. Plus 2 is 6. 1 plus 6 is 7 plus 2 equals 9. They could have got out. There was a 9 door. Ace and 7, that's 8. Plus 2. Nope. Ace and Lotus. 9. 2 equals 11. Oh, my maths is rubbish. I really don't want to say Santa and 7 because I don't want it to go murdering them. I don't think that these answers will make a difference though. 7 plus 8. 15 plus 2. Nope. 6 plus 8. Well, I'm gonna say this one because that's who she killed, so it must add up.
Would it be Santa and 7? The digital root for Snake, Santa, and 7 is 3. Wait, hold on. Are Santa and 7 the killers?
No, they're not.
What's wrong?
Well, I thought about it, and...
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, she came up with it herself anyway, didn't she?
Santa and 7. If it was 2 people, then that's the only combination that works.
Hey, wait a minute there. Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions? Well, all I said is that those 2 would have been able to open door 3 with your brother. There might be other possibilities.
Well, what other possibilities? Are you saying you think that it was 3 or 4 people? I really don't think that's likely.
Why not?
Can I borrow your pen and paper?
Yeah, here. What's this?
These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people. These 8 combinations are the only possible ones.
Oh, I see.
Junpei,
Yeah?
I can trust you, right?
Of course. Why would you need to ask that?
Really?
Yeah.
So then I should get rid of B, D, G, and H, right?
Huh?
Of course. Just cross them out. And you should take off yours too. The ones with 4.
So, what does that leave?
A and E.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't, yeah. So, it would be, Snake, Ace, 3, Santa, and June? are Ace, Santa, 7, and Lotus. That's her predictions.
Wait, it can't be A,
Why?
because June's in that one. There's no way in hell she'd do something like that.
Are you sure?
I'd bet my life on it.
Okay then. I can cross off A too, right?
Yeah,
Well, what have we got left?
E.
At least if we are working with her, she might like, we might be able to talk her down.
Do you know what this means?
It means that Santa and 7 were involved either way in her mind.
Everyone besides me, you, and June would be working together.
Do you think that's likely? If there were 4 people working together, they wouldn't be very cautious. I don't think they'd try that hard to hide what they were doing if they outnumbered us, right?
Well, you do have a point.
And besides, if Ace and 7 are working together, they could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with them. But they didn't. They didn't even try anything. If they were killers, why wouldn't they?
Oh, I see. Anyway, I understand now. It seems pretty unlikely that it was as many as 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
Then that means there's a good chance it was Santa and 7.
That's how it looks.
But why would they do it?
Their motive.
Have I interrupted something?
Dead silence.
What is it?
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
Go ahead.
Okay. What did you want to talk about?
There was something I wanted to check.
Yeah? What's that?
Check our pocket.
If you'll excuse me.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, I think we're back onto the regular thing now.
I'm just checking.
No, stop!
Just as I thought. What exactly are these pieces of paper hiding in your pocket? You switched them, didn't you, when we voted? Well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief.
Then, why did you...
Oh, simple curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it.
That was weird, and it wouldn't let me skip it, so I'm gonna leave this in as well.
Damn.